There are 5 stages of every new opportunity that a person goes through. And the problem is, not a lot of people get to stage 4. And that's why not a lot of people succeed. So you want to know what stage 4 is? Listen through to find out, guys, because I'm going to break it down right now. Are you tired of working more than 16 hours a day, every day, thinking that you've outworked everyone else and you've produced the most input, but you're still lagging behind in life? Are you frustrated with the pace that your own growth to success has been going and you think you can do it a little bit faster? Or are you overwhelmed that if you slip up a bit, those who are behind you will catch up to you the next time you wake up and you'd be left behind? Guys, these are all false truths created by this modern hustle culture that we have today. And I think the hustle culture is a toxic culture to find yourself immersed in. You should get out of it as soon as possible and embrace these 2 yellow pills instead. Today I'm going to share with you my own struggle with the hustle culture, how I got out of it, and how I've replaced the idea that you have to project that you're working so hard, you appear to be very busy. I used to be that person. I used to think that the only way forward was to keep adding to my plate. I stopped the moment that I realized that the only way to get further was not to keep adding to my own plate, but to take away from it. Which brings me to my first yellow pin, laser focus. I overheard this in one of the talks by Alex Hormozi, and it has stuck with me ever since. So in one of his talks, Alex Hormozi talks about the woman in the red dress. It's actually a scene in the movie The Matrix, when Neo is getting a walkthrough of his first day in the Matrix, and suddenly a woman in a red dress appears out of nowhere in the crowd. Now, while all this discussion is happening, Neo gets distracted and actually looks to the woman in the red dress. And when he looks back, Samuel L. Jackson was asking, "Were you listening to me or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?" And Neo looks back. Suddenly it was a guy pointing a gun to his head. The moral of the story, guys, is that most distractions often come in the form of easy opportunities. We have to realize that over time, sticking with one thing means that we get better at it. And as we get better at it, we attract more attention and we occupy higher stations in life. Now, as we are starting to make this climb, people would want to associate with us because they see either success or the potential of success that we carry. Now, this new wave of attention can be both a good thing and a bad thing, depending on how you respond. Because as you grow in life, people would want to come to you with bigger and better opportunities. And the skill now shifts from finding the opportunity to saying no to opportunities. Because when you start out and you have no opportunities to begin with, then you have to reach out. You have to be the one to look for opportunities to give you the space to grow. But when you're already a step through the door, when you're already there, guys, then you have to start learning how to say no to opportunities. Especially those easy opportunities that would distract you from the main thing that got you from point A to point B in the first place. If you continue to add these opportunities and say yes to each one because they are easy opportunities, then you run the biggest risk of taking your eyes off the ball, losing focus of the main thing in lieu of a multitude of other smaller things will ultimately sacrifice the main thing. What we have to realize is we don't need everything to succeed in order for us to be successful. You just need one thing to succeed. Now, the hustle culture would have us believe that it's good to keep adding to your plate. We glorify it in our profiles. I'm a lawyer, I'm a writer, I'm a businessman, I'm this and that. We put on so many hats just to project to other people that we appear busy than we actually are. And I was that person up until December 2023. Because we have grown our law firm already to be a considerable size and things were going pretty well, then all of these other offers started to come in. I've always wanted to try my hand at local politics. So I wanted to become a politician. I wanted to do this content thing as well with the yellow pill. I wanted to do this and that, and start this thing and start that thing. And people were starting to come to me to actually offer me a piece of their business just to be their consultant. But at the end of 2023, I have to tell you, I had a really bad year. Things weren't working out for me. It felt like the law firm and the real estate firm, our growth plateaued. We didn't really grow for much of 2023. We started accumulating problems that as a group, we weren't able to address because as one of the partners, I was too distracted with a lot of other things and actually blamed myself for that. After I heard Alex Hormozi, that was the light at the end of a dark tunnel for me. I realized that all these other things that I wanted in life was my woman in a red dress, and that every level up, you have to learn how to say no over and over and over again. Because it might be easy to say no to a 10,000 peso opportunity, but it might not be that easy to say no to a 1 million peso opportunity, or a 10 million peso opportunity, or a 50 million peso opportunity, or a 100 million peso opportunity. For context, guys, that's $2 million. Now, the woman in the red dress, as you go up, she becomes hotter and hotter and hotter, and you have to learn how to say no all over again every time because you want to maintain your focus on the main thing. Fast forward to 2024, I decided to drop a lot of things. I got this quote from Naval. He said that desire is a contract that you have with yourself to be unhappy until you get that thing that you want. I realized that I had a lot of desires, and that's why I was really unhappy with myself last 2023. So what I did was to do the opposite of what the hustle culture would say and to actually take away from my plate and narrow my focus from wanting to be a businessman, wanting to start my own league, to be a part of multiple businesses as their consultant, and a lot of other things. I decided to list them all down, and this is actually a tip that I got from Warren Buffett. Make a list of 20 or 30 of the things that you really want in life, encircle the top 3 to 5, and you have to junk the rest. So that's what I did. I ended up with my 5 goals for the year, which I'm sharing with you in this video. My 5 simple goals. Number 1, I want to grow to 10 million pesos in personal net worth. That's very uncomfortable to share because it's a bit personal, and I know that a lot of my friends might be scoffing me right now. That's not much, or maybe some friends at a different point in the journey would say, oh, that's too much. You're bragging, you're boasting, or you're not doing enough. Guys, we're making this content for the people who need it. So if I happen to be ahead of you, just a bit ahead of you, in time or in worth or in whatever measure you're measuring against in your own journey, then I hope you'd appreciate this level of honesty and transparency. So this year, I want to grow my net worth to 10 million pesos. I want to start a family. I want to have kids. I want to start and grow the Yellow Pill Society and grow my content, which is what I'm doing right now. I want to grow our office to be the biggest law firm and real estate firm in the Philippines. And I think that one thing is my main goal. All these other things are related goals. The 5th one was I wanted to make at least 1 big property sale this year. So I decided to drop everything else that was unrelated to that and zoom in, laser focus. We say laser focus because light, if light is dispersed and you put a piece of paper under it, nothing happens. The piece of paper might turn warm. But if you focus all of that light into a laser through a magnifying glass, then that piece of paper can burn. And what I mean by that is if you tune into laser focus, if you zero in on the one thing that matters most to you today, then you will achieve something in your life. And that's the first secret that I'm sharing with you today, guys. Don't wish for more, wish for less. Don't wish for more hustle, wish for more meaningful work. So this year, I'm sticking to one mantra, guys, and that's treat yourself like an athlete. You see the athletes, they wake up early every day and they train, they want to be the best. And being the best means being the best in every aspect of their craft, of their sport. They look at nutrition, energy levels, they look at fine skills, they look at macro skills. I want to treat my business that way, as if I was the athlete. I try to stick with my routine. I try to put in the work that's needed. I'm trying to give up a lot of things. I gave up playing video games, watching Netflix during weekdays. I had to give up going out with my friends, and in treating myself like an athlete, trying to give my best self this year, then I will have a model year for me to build on moving forward. And from then on, I just allow time to do the compounding for me. I know you're listening to this video because there is a gap between the person that you are right now and the person that you want to be. I want to be the one to share this to you today, guys, because I had that gap as well. And that's why I got into the development space, and that's why I'm making my content to be able to share with you guys. The best way to convince yourself that you are better than you are is not to berate yourself. You're not to look in the mirror and say, you're a jerk, you're a loser. Those beliefs don't help you. The best way to convince yourself that you are better than you currently are, give evidence to the future you. I am a guy who wakes up early. I'm a guy who gets things done. Even I'm going through that challenge right now. A lot of my office mates, partners, they know me as a guy who's very lax with time, not very conscientious, but I'm a work in progress. And every day I try to convince myself by giving future me evidence that I am on my way. Speaking of getting things off your plate, guys, this does not just mean opportunities, but also the daily things that distract you from your main goal as well. I think the problem with most people is that they look at other people and they look at what the other guy is doing and why he's successful because of that. Oh, he's successful because he does this and this and this. He wakes up at 4 a.m. He does more sets than I do. But they stop there and hit a wall, and then they're stuck. They don't know why they're stuck and why they can't move forward. And I'm going to share with you guys the other half of this equation. When you look at someone and you break down your idol, your aspiration, when you break down a person into his component parts, try not just to look at the things that he's doing, but also look at the things that he's not doing. He's not sitting around watching TV for 4 hours every night when he gets home. He's not playing video games. He's not wasting his time on social media, mindlessly scrolling through the posts. He's not doing a lot of things that you are doing. Sometimes the success equation has a lot more to do with subtraction than it is addition. And that's the first yellow pill, guys. Laser focus. Now we go to the second yellow pill. You ready? This second thing is also a big component of my two-part success formula that's helping me on my way to riches starting this year. And that second thing is patient determination. Alex Hormozi again talks about this in his video. There are 5 stages of every new opportunity that a person goes through. And the problem is, not a lot of people get to stage 4. And that's why not a lot of people succeed. So you want to know what stage 4 is? Listen through to find out, guys, because I'm going to break it down right now. The first stage is uninformed optimism. You look at the guy beside you doing his own thing, which is different from what you're doing. And you go look at him and say, the grass is greener on the other side. You know, I can do that. I can do what he's doing. It seems easy. It seems like he's making money out of it. So you proceed to do that thing. Now, once you're there, now you get to stage 2, which is informed pessimism. It isn't as easy as it seems. And then all the problems start to pop up. And then you're stuck in the mud. You start to question why you shifted opportunities in the first place. You start to question yourself. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe my friend got lucky because he had X, Y, Z factors and I only had A, B, C. All of these internal and external conflicts bring you to the third level of opportunity success, which is the valley of despair. You question your decision to have entered in the first place. And then midway through your despair, you see another friend with another opportunity. And he seems to be doing well. So what do a lot of people do? They shift opportunity. They go to the guy who's doing well because, this thing didn't work out for me, but I could do that. That seems easy. And where does that take you, guys? Back to step 1. Uninformed optimism, again, towards the new opportunity. So the thing in business, guys, is that every new opportunity starts with a cycle. You start with uninformed optimism. You think an idea is good. That's why you signed up in the first place. But everything is shit. Like every occupation in this world has with it its own set of unique problems, its own set of unique challenges that you have to overcome in order to succeed. And once the informed optimism sets in and you're plunged through the valley of despair, then it becomes very clear that winning is only about one thing, getting to stage 4. Because stage 4 is at the level of renewed maturity. Right now, you have informed optimism. And now the difference between uninformed optimism and informed optimism is that uninformed optimism is blind optimism. You see the opportunity without the challenges and you think, that's great, that's easy, I can do that. Informed optimism, on the other hand, is you see the same opportunity and you see the challenges, but you see the solution to overcoming these challenges and getting to the next level, which is the 5th level. So you say, okay, this is the challenge 1, 2, and 3, and this is the problem 4, 5, and 6 that this opportunity brings. Let's take it a day at a time. Let's be patient with ourselves and trust the system that it would compound and bring tail end returns for me. Once you've reached stage 4 in every opportunity, then you get to stage 5, which is you have a winner in your hands. This is something that I'd like to tell all of my new lawyers when they sign in. I signed them in on a good opportunity. They're encountering problems now because that's what becoming a good lawyer means. That's what making your way up this law firm means. You're gonna go through shit. We went through worse shit during our time and we made it through, and now we're waiting for you to make it through. Because we cannot help you with that struggle. You can only help yourself. The problem why most people don't win is that when they're stuck in the 3rd level, the valley of despair, as Alex Hormozi would describe it, or the plateau of latent potential, as James Clear described it in his book Atomic Habits, is that they don't press on. Then they repeat this cycle of stage 1 to 3 for 10, 15, maybe 20 times, and then they resign to call themselves failures in life or blame life for being unfair. Did you exert a lot of effort? Yes. Did you put blood, sweat, and tears into the opportunity? Yes. Is the world unfair? No. Because had you had the patient determination, and this is the yellow pill, had you had the patient determination to stick with your thing and see it through the 4th level, which is informed optimism, then you would have been okay. Sometimes, guys, a lot of things take time. This is the message that I'd like to share with all my stakeholders in our office and all of the members of the Yellow Pill Society. If you want to grow something big, it's going to take more time than growing something small. You can plant mango seeds in cotton, and by the next day, you'd already start seeing sprouts. But you can't plant an acacia tree or an oak tree and expect to see the sprout immediately the day after. Bigger things take more time to build. Sometimes you could be holding to the right opportunity. You might be on the right track. You just might be lacking just the patience to see yourself through each challenge and each problem as it comes, to move up to bigger challenges, bigger problems. And we have this saying in our firm, which is failing forward. We actually copied the spiral from Ray Dalio, going up and then you face problems, puts you down, and then you solve the problems, and then you go up again. So the problems are bound to get bigger. But if you stick around to solve them, then you are bound to grow as well. On the road to success, once you get bigger, more and more opportunities will then come your way, which leads you back to the first yellow pill, which is laser focus. Don't forget to say no to the woman in the red dress. Becoming rich is not a sprint, guys. It's a slow and arduous build that will test your character as a person. But I think it's a great journey. I'm at a certain point in that journey now. And I invite you to play this infinite sum game with me, and maybe we can succeed together. If you're not a member of the Yellow Pill Society yet, I'll leave the link down below and you can join. It's on School. It's a community of people who want to succeed in life, become wealthy, healthy, and happy. We're going to be discussing principles like this, guys, on how to succeed the counterintuitive way and to redefine and to forge your own path in getting there. If you want to become part of the movement, you're welcome to join. The first 100 slots are free. If you like this content, guys, please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and you might also be interested to watch this video here, and maybe you can subscribe to this guy over here. It would mean the world to me, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next Yellow Pill.